And we're joined in the studio by Dr. Eytan, Cohen, Yanarocak. Thanks for being with us. A Turkey expert from the Jerusalem Institute for Strategic Studies. Thanks again. This is obviously an issue that relations with Turkey has so many dimensions to it now. Israel, I mean, looking at the last decade, Israel and really the West at large have had such bad relations, to say it plain and simply, with Turkey. Under Erdoğan, all this policy emerging now. What's happening now? It seems to be a bit of an effort by Turkey to warm up with not just Israel, but the West.
From my perspective, this is a clear sign that the Turkish administration is seeking to get rid of its own foreign policy doctrine called the precious loneliness. We have been seeing the blueprints of this new political maneuvers also before the Operation Guardian of the Vaults that took place, unfortunately, in May. The Turkish administration sought to conduct a rapprochement to Egyptians and also to the State of Israel. But then it was not become possible. Now there's a new opportunity. We have a new president. We have a new prime minister. The thing is, it's a great excuse for Mr. Erdoğan to conduct such a rapprochement because if he's going to be criticized by his own base, then he will tell them, look, we have a new prime minister. We had problems with Benjamin Netanyahu. Now he's not on our way anymore, so we have new counterparts. But the thing is,
it opens massive doors for him.
Yes,
Netanyahu moving aside.
Yes, but the thing is, the Turkish press already made a very slight demonization for the current Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. So it's very easy for Mr. Erdoğan to launch such a pre-normalization process with the current Israeli president, who is coming from the Israeli left and who is considered as a
that it's Herzog, not Bennett. Is that clearly a significant part of this interaction?
I think it's significant because the Turkish president is also trying to give a message here that he's only having this connection with his counterpart, president to a president and not president to a prime minister. And by doing that, he is refraining from strengthening Naftali Bennett's rule in Israel. They are very skeptical about the current Israeli government.
Despite the partnership with the Islamist Party, Iran, yes, close ties with Erdoğan?
Let us not forget the current Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid. When he was in opposition, he was the main critic of Turkey. So they are very much delighted to see that Netanyahu is eliminated, at least for now. But still, they cannot see the current Israeli government as the ideal partner. Maybe if it was led by a Meretz party or by a Labor
party. The complex picture for anyone outside looking in. But while we have you on Turkey here, we discussed a little bit, as you mentioned, Egypt, the rapprochement going on there between Turkey and Egypt. But Turkey is seemingly relevant everywhere from the Persian Gulf across North Africa. Indeed. What are the main regional issues that concern Israel that Turkey's involved in?
Well, during the last week, we are hearing that the United States is giving an emphasis to its relations with Jordan, with Egypt, and Turkey is very keen on also to be on the picture, meaning that they don't want to be ignored, and that's why they want to be included in this whole equation, and they want to take part next to the other actors in the region. Let us not forget, Turkey lost its influence in the region when the Abraham Accords were signed, and United Arab Emirates, together with Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and we have a new axis now. And by launching a normalization with Egypt and Israel, Turkey can also can attend indirectly to this new camp. And let us not also forget that the current attempt of normalization with Israel will also contribute to the American-Turkish relations. Erdoğan is trying to mend fences with the United States, and from his perspective, the way to Washington passes from Jerusalem. So let us also not forget that in the Turkish eyes, Israel is considered as a branch of the United States in the Middle East.
I think there's many countries around the world seeing that avenue to the White House, perhaps here, certainly helping Israel's foreign relations. Dr. Eytan, Cohen, Yanarocak, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me.